So one thing, I always wanted to know as a screwed up click fan, as a fan of you, uh, is when you signed with T Fairs
Uh-huh.
and Swisha House, were you concerned about any backlash that you could have had?
Well,
It's a high South takeover. Yeah, you heard what she said. It's a high South takeover.
one of my main things of making that decision was I always make the big decision. I was the first artist on the Screwed Up Click that ever done a solo album. Don't Mess with Texas. First solo album, first one that really kind of stepped out as a kid, as a young. And at that time, man, when T Ferris and them was offering me this deal, I would say this: the Screwed Up Click, as a whole, as a music foundation, with Screw just dying, Pat just dying, Hawk just dying, Key over here doing this here, such. We needed a joke.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying, we needed and first of all, this people can say whatever. I don't have no ill wills about it. Everybody trying to, man, they got y'all rapping like y'all music. Well, that's okay. Well, I'm gonna take the initiative of, if that's what y'all think, let me do something. Yeah, let me do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just try to, make the best of it, of what I could do. They offer me a situation, and it's business. And what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do is, I knew this. If all fails, I'm gonna rap my way out this shit.
Yeah.
I got the talent to survive the criticism. That's why I'm the captain, man, because can't nobody make that move with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one, I'm the black sheep, I'm the dog in the house. I can take the criticism, I got the tough skin, I can do what it take to uphold. And then I do chunk up the dudes, put the south and the north back together, where all that's over with. And then I come back, man, and just rap my way out there. Come back to my own brand, come back to my own thing, and I'm able to live with it. Ain't too many people, man. Everybody, imagine the person who would have been worried about what everybody had to say, or if they couldn't make that move, then it wouldn't be no I'm a G and this chunk up to do, and the songs that came from this here and made this I'm a G change the world.
How did that song come about?
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's just that's one of my more simpler songs that I may have had from my talent standpoint of me just rapping a story about my life. It just came about, man, because timing is everything. And that was the place and time that story needed to be told from, and it needed that platform to get it that big and make it. So I don't regret nothing.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? I don't regret nothing. I'm still me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So kind of still dabbling in that lane a little bit. I read an interview you did with Vice, and you said one of the greatest mixers you ever worked with was Michael Watts. Personally, I think, of course, I think Screw, as far as mixing, it was like, man. But I know you know what I'm saying?
I see people misinterpret that. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong way. What I said was, Screw is the best mixer ever. See, people get this here twisted, man, and that's what I say. People would say, what's the biggest album in Houston, and what's this other? This is why I tell them, Don't Mess with Texas is the biggest album. Is the culture driving, is the culture changing album of all time. Because it did it at the time when it needed it and when it happened, and it was built right then. That's what I'm saying about Screw. Screw was the best mixer because he was the one and only, and at his time. What he was doing in his moment, that wasn't second guessed or second tested. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about people who heard Don't Mess with Texas, started rapping, saying all the slangs that came behind me with the bigger, but Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt ain't the biggest album of Jay-Z's career from a standpoint of financials, of money. I'm the most significant. Illmatic is the most significant album to Nas' career. Don't Mess with Texas is the most significant album to the culture.
Yeah.
Period. When Southside came out, the freestyle rap turned into this. That's period. So what I was saying about Watts, based on current time, of doing music inside the studio with mixer. Screw didn't even really make it to CDs good before he had passed. So I'm saying from the studio standpoint, what Watts gave to the world was studio and mixer generated. Screw shit was just straight generated. So doing ABA, one of my mixtapes that I came back with them, and for Watts to mix me and mix my voice, it was just some of the greatest mixing I had ever heard. That, not him with elbows on the table. Not that. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, you can't duplicate Screw. He killed the moment. You know what I'm saying? And Screw moment is going down. When Don't Mess With Texas came out, man, and Southside hit, man, and you can't recreate the moment. I'm not talking about who made one after that. Travis Scott, he's platinum. I'm not talking about that. What that did for the culture right there at the moment is not, man, if it's 100 rappers in Houston, man, that dropped the album, this is no cap, man. If it's 100 rappers, 70, 80 of them got some kind of piece of their game off this Don't Mess With Texas. Something about this culture, something you know, something you said, something about drinking, sipping, dripping. That all manifested from that album, man. Period.
Damn. So the question was really, who was another DJ? Who was another DJ that you think, you know what I'm saying, kind of slept on as far as mixing, as far as that side of the game?
Man,
you know
the game it ain't no more that game. The game is electronic and MacBook in front of the screen, and Screw never had a MacBook in front of the screen, so that kind of mixing and them kind of, man, that's out there. Man, I tell you, hey, man, and I love what's happening right now. Man, I ain't knocking nothing. Man, I'm just be saying, like, different type of eras. Man, it's like, man, NWA. It wasn't that they were so significant of that they were so much better, they were different. Man, they real live cussing changed the whole game. You know how everybody was just trying to listen and how, man, them niggas was cussing. For real, talking about F the police, all this, where your mama coming in, you turning it down, you skip, changed the whole game. Next change of the game, Dre and them, man, these niggas is smoking and riding in cars. This is the coming of the weed era of being high, listening to jams. Don't Mess With Texas was that for Houston. Man, this shit that they've been screw housing and freestyling, man, this shit is in full display right now. Man, that's how you're able to perform these songs 20 years later with these kinds of crowds, these hearts of the hustlers and all. That's why them songs is catalog music. They make stains on people's life.
It's a high South takeover.